What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Uptown After Dark. The podcast where we talk about sex, sexuality, and just have adult conversations. We are smack dab in the middle of freaky fantasy fun fornication February, all the F's. And the F that we are going to talk about today is foreplay. Um, Last episode we talked about fetishes, fantasies, and fornication, and because February is the month of love, is the month in which you know beautiful Scorpios like myself get created. You know what I'm saying? If the lovers are out there doing what they supposed to do this month, you know what I'm saying? 9 months later, there you have it. A Scorpio like me appears into the world to make the world a better, happier, and brighter place. Um, Allegedly. Um, anyway, before we get into this, I want to get into some shout outs, get some people a chance to join on. Remember, please like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, share. Anybody that is coming on, please share with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Um, but before we get into this episode, we're gonna get into the shout out. So first and foremost, want to give a shout out to the team, to the squad. Shout out to the executioner, always making sure that I am on point and looking right. You know what I'm saying, doing what I got to do. Um, Shout out to the RTI, the rest of the RTI fam. That is the first lady, Ramona. That is Luke, the Hollywood Skywalker, and Hollywood Drizzy. Ratchet Thoughts and Isms. Check out seasons 1, 2, and 3 available on YouTube, and you can also stream them on all of your major podcast platforms. That would be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. All of them are there. We are there. You can also check out other episodes of Uptown After Dark. You can stream them right here on YouTube. You can listen to the audio on all of the major streaming platforms. Once again, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all of that good stuff. Um, Shout out to all of my content creators. We love y'all. Y'all amazing. Y'all do y'all thing. Continue to keep it up. Um, and all of that good stuff. So tonight, like I said, this is February, so we're going to talk about all of the F's in February. We talked about fetishes, we talked about fantasies, we talked about fornication, we talked about fun, and today we are going to talk about foreplay. So the definition of foreplay, let's jump right into it. So the definition of foreplay is defined as erotic stimulation preceding sexual intercourse. For those of you who don't know what the word preceding means, it means before you get into you know, you don't do like Charles and just go in there, no foreplay, no nothing. You just, what I'm saying, throw a woman up against the wall or throw her on a musty looking couch and be butt naked. You take your time with it. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, do it right. Um, but foreplay is also, in my opinion, it is the bridge between love language and sex language. Now, if you aren't familiar with sex language, there are the same way there are five love languages, which most people should know. They consist of quality time, acts of service, words of affirmation, uh, gifts, and quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. There you go. My bad. There are also uh, five things connected to sex language, right? And sometimes your love language and your sex language could be off. And if you want to know more about that, you can check out episode 5 of Uptown After Dark, where I kind of broke down love language versus sex language. But it's the bridge to connect everybody together. Because you got to remember, since most communication in life is nonverbal, you know, um, foreplay becomes a part of nonverbal communication in your relationship. So it's definitely key to you paying attention to your partner, because if you touch your partner and all of a sudden they brush you off, but they wouldn't normally brush you off, then that should be, if you're a person who is paying attention to your partner, that should be an indicator to you to inquire whether something is wrong. Maybe they're going through something, maybe they stressed, maybe they, depressed, maybe, you know, your partner isn't feeling sexy in that moment in time, but it should be an indicator to you that maybe something is a little off and you should probe to just find out what's going on with your partner. So, how we, everybody knows how to spell foreplay, right? Um, Foreplay. So over here at the research and development department over here at Uptown After Dark, we kind of broke the word foreplay up into an acronym that accurately describes how proper foreplay should be broken down. So the F in foreplay stands for fondling, right? Now listen, fondling is something that should be going on all the time. If you cohabitate with your partner, and every time, his lady uh walks by, he smacks her butt. That's fondling, right? You know what I'm saying? Fondling is just, taking the time to touch your caress. Following is the act of touching, stroking your partner erotically. But depending on how you and your partner give it up, it could be a sensual touch, or it could be, he's slapping that booty, you know what I'm saying? Because he likes slapping them cheeks, you know what I'm saying? However y'all do it, because guarantee we've definitely seen the videos, right, where if a dude normally slaps his lady's cheeks, and then all of a sudden one day he decides he doesn't want to do it, her antennas are definitely gonna go up. So don't dismiss, the smacking of the cheeks as, oh, that's not a form of foreplay. I think it's a form of foreplay based upon the two people who are in the relationship and how they navigate their relationship. Y'all don't mind about taking a Del Bev break, do y'all? Um, but through touching your body, your partner's body, right? You can ignite their body. You can get the blood flowing. Blood flow is definitely important to us males. Um, it keeps us, nice and strong. You know what I'm saying? So blood flow is important. It also gives you an opportunity to study your partner, because everybody responds differently to different forms of touch, and everybody responds differently to different forms of touch depending on where they're being touched, right? So finger caressing your ear versus a tongue caressing your ear could do two completely different things for you, right? But it gives you an opportunity to study your partner and figure out what they respond to. Also, it also gives you an opportunity to figure out what they respond to in a good way, but also figure out what they respond to in a bad way. Because unfortunately, we live in a world where people have triggers, right? And based on a person's life experiences, they may have been uh, handled inappropriately or raped or molested. I know that's not what we're here to talk about, but honestly, like, that's important too, right? Because based upon your partner's triggers in their history, you touching a certain way could make them feel like they are reliving a traumatic experience. So you always want to be mindful, but and I think it's also important for, if you're in a relationship and you're the person that has gone through the traumatic experience, you should share that information with your partner, so that way they don't indirectly make you feel like you are reliving a moment that you are trying to have buried and locked away, right? So that is the F. F is for the fondling. The O in foreplay stands for oral stimulation. You know what I'm saying? Um, who doesn't like a little oral stimulation? Well, some people don't like a little oral stimulation, allegedly. I mean, you know, it's more than just oral sex. It could also be a forehead kiss. It could be licking your partner's neck. It could be sucking their toes. It could be different things. But I definitely think that before engaging in especially the oral stimulation part of foreplay, you need to have some communication with your partner because you don't want to, all of a sudden you're the woman that ends up dating the Caribbean man that's talking about my mama said, can't eat nothing I don't cook or fry. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing, you mad because, he ain't eating no coochie, he ain't licking no coochie. You know what I'm saying? And you just tight. You know what I'm saying? Because if you would have known that from the beginning, had you asked the question from the beginning, you could have saved yourself some time. And as always, right? If the if the oral stimulation is going to go beyond a forehead kiss, a kiss on the neck, some nipples, and you actually going to the nether regions, right? Do your goddamn maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, nobody's vagina should be looking like my beard. You know what I'm saying? That's not cute. You know what I'm saying? Unless, because we, like I said, we did talk about, you know what I'm saying, fetishes and fantasies. If your man has a fetish for a Ross Bush, and you are trying to accommodate him with that, then cool. If not, I think you should do your proper landscaping. That goes for the fellas too. Unless your lady tells you, you know what I'm saying, she don't mind you having, you know what I'm saying, some branches on your tree, on your wood, you know what I'm saying, then I would recommend, you do the proper maintenance down there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that. Is not cool. Plus, it's just not cool. Make sure you clean that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And remember, oral stimulation is the skill, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, if you lack the skills, hopefully you don't lack the openness and the willingly to improve on that skill, right? Because again, going back to paying attention to your partner, listen, if you see her start to tench up and clench up while you know what I'm saying, you down there, you know what I'm saying, she start to getting ready like she about to wrap them legs around your neck, then you know you in the right spot. You stay in that damn spot. You don't move. Right, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, you know what I'm saying? If his toes get the curling and you know what I'm saying, eh, you know, cool. And I mean oral stimulation also, I mean, everybody's not into eating the booty, you know what I'm saying? But fellas, if you eating the ladies, if you know you want your man to eat your booty, make sure when you get in the cat wax that you get the booty wax too. You know what I'm saying? We don't want watch your teeth when you down there, ladies. You know what I'm saying? That is important. And you don't want a brother to, you know what I'm saying, accidentally as a reflex, he punch you in your damn head because your teeth done scathed them. Um, and for the fellas, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you making sure, you know what I'm saying, if you want your lady to eat your booty, no judgment here, you know what I'm saying? Make sure get in the shower first. You know what I'm saying? Like, like let her eat a fresh booty. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that go for matter of fact, that go for the ladies and listen, whoever's eating booty, eat a fresh booty. Take your ass in the shower first. You know what I'm saying? That is my recommendation. Um, you know, uh, matter of fact, we're gonna do an Uptown After Dark first, right? Um, the thoughts and opinions of Uptown Brown, aka the sexual intellectual, are solely the thoughts and opinions of Uptown Brown, the sexual intellectual. Uh, I am here to educate, inform, and entertain, By no means is anything that I'm saying is something that you should practice 100%. And I encourage any and everybody who can hear the sound of my voice to engage in safe sexual practices. With that being said, we're gonna keep it moving. Um, you know, so the R in foreplay stands for reciprocate, right? Reciprocate means that that the same energy that your partner is putting forth, you are going to match that and return the favor. So that definitely, when it comes down to that oral stimulation that we just talked about, reciprocation is key. So if you are a brother who, your mama told you you can't eat nothing in a kuka fry, um, then maybe, you know, you should understand, and when she tell you, you know what I'm saying, that she's not swallowing glizzies tonight. You know what I'm saying? You should understand and just accept it, that, you know what I'm saying, you got to give to receive, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what reciprocation is. Foreplay should definitely not be a one-sided act, any portion of foreplay. You know what I'm saying? Unless the person that is in the room with you it tells you that they don't need certain things. Because listen, you could be going down on your dude, you know what I'm saying? You done cuffed the balls, you done licked on the balls, you might be ready to go down to the crack. He like, nah, you don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? If he tell you you don't gotta do that, then respect his request. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, you should go into the situation understand with the understanding that this is supposed to be a reciprocal environment, and that things should not be one-sided. Um, plus, the real truth to all of this foreplay shit, the real truth is that the more you go above and beyond to please your partner, the more they will go above and beyond to please you, especially in relations from man to woman. As a man, the more you go out of your way to satisfy your woman, if she is not, a selfish cunt, you know what I'm saying? She will go above and beyond to please you. You know what I'm saying? Um, but again, as always, when it comes down to the reciprocation, always be paying attention. Listen, foreplay is going to be the most fun educational process of your life. You are there to learn your partner and have fun while doing it. Foreplay will literally be the most fun educational process you have in your life. It gives you the opportunity to learn your partner. So remember that it's funnication, not fornication. It's funnication. I just made that up because somebody call it trademark lawyer. See if I can get that word trademark. Funnication, maybe. Who knows? Um, the E in foreplay stands for erogenous zones, right? Erogenous zones are sensitive areas on the body that can the the intensity when touched in an erogenous zone is more heightened than a normal touch, right? It's like the normal touch times 10 or times 20, who knows, right? So for those ladies who got, and fellas, right, who got them nipple rings, and that's a sensitive area for you, that would be considered an erogenous zone. For the ladies that have, the clitoris rings, or the dudes that have the Prince Alberts, I don't know why the hell a man would do that to himself, but nevertheless, for those people who have, those body piercings in different areas, those would definitely be fall up under the umbrella of erogenous zones. But it's not limited to just areas where you have piercings. It could be your neck, your thigh, obviously your genitals, because there are literally thousands upon thousands uh, of sensory tissue there. That the tissue is extra sensitive there. So, but you definitely want to make sure that you don't skip the erogenous zones during foreplay, which is why that even though we talking about the oral stimulation, right? Once again, you don't want to limit yourself. This the whole breakdown of this is to make sure that people are not limiting themselves and not just go for the cheat code, right? So the cheat code is just like, all right, I'm just going to suck on her clit because I know it's sensitive. But meanwhile, you got a whole rest of her body that's been explored. Put on your big ass red boots that everybody wearing and go exploring, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Go exploring. Right? So cheat code for women, right? She just gonna play around with the head of the penis. Right? That's a cheat code, you know what I'm saying? The brother got other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, you supposed to, ram a finger up his booty, but there's other places you could touch your man to get him started. You don't gotta just go for the easy win, the cheat code. There's other things to explore, and this episode is to get you to get your exploration on, right? Now the P in foreplay, uh, we halfway through. Just bear with me, people. The P stands for it's actually an equation, right? You know what I'm saying? It's uh, passion plus pleasure plus pressure equals pleasure. I'm gonna say that again because I messed it up. Passion plus pressure equals pleasure, right? Now, um, the level of passion that you have during the act is going to be all up to you. Um, I'll tell you one thing that can get that passion going. Listen, if you put on that Trey Songz album, passion, pain, passion, pleasure, pain, passion, whatever the hell that shit is, you know what I'm saying? That was just like his only. That's like one of his only like really really good albums. You know what I'm saying? It's bad that I don't remember the name, but anyway, you know that pressure could be coming from you hitting the spot. You know what I'm saying? That pressure could be because you done put your hand around her neck, and some women. Listen, I told y'all before, fellas, if you gonna choke a woman, get some type of consent. Um, you don't want to end up on first 48 because you had a sex session that has gone wrong. It happened to me before. I choked a woman till she passed out, and had to smack her to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Now, I am in no means you know a sadomasochist. I am by no means a woman abuser. You know what I'm saying? But I needed her to revive this woman. My point is that get some type of consent. You don't want to have a sex session that goes wrong because maybe you apply too much pressure. But you know what I'm saying? If you want to hit her with that pressure down below, you want to get down to the bottom of that thing. Get to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And that pressure could also come from the hands, right? If your finger game is right and you know how to get them spots, listen, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ever ate gushers? That's what it's gonna be like. She gonna be gushing. You know what I'm saying? Squirt, squirt. You know what I'm saying? So remember the P in foreplay is an equation. It is passion plus pressure equals pleasure, meaning that you out here pushing P. You know what I'm saying? Pushing P. Uh, Now we're down to L. Uh, the L in foreplay stands for lubricate, right? Now, um, lubricate, you know what I'm saying, could just be many things, right? You could lubricate with your tongue, lick that thing, get it nice and wet. Um, you know, you can lubricate with some spit. Some people is into the spitting in the mouth thing, you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. Some women, have issues with getting moist down below. So sometimes you might need, a water-based lubricant to get things flowing, right? Or if you really into having fun, right? Then the lubricant that you need to kick things up a notch, you got to get you some oil, right? So now that could be baby oil. You might get you a little CBD situation. You know what I'm saying? But the oil is so you guys can rub each other down. That's what the lubricant is really for. So you can rub each other down and get down to the nitty gritty. Now, ladies, I often hear y'all complain that, when men give massages, it only lasts 5 minutes because, he start rubbing your butt and the next thing, his penis comes out. Well, guess what? We are not the brothers from Instagram that's out there giving these intimate massages. Those are paid professionals. So if you paying $200 for or however much it costs, you best believe you need to get an hour long massage, right? You know what I'm saying? But your man should not be trying to should be getting carpal tunnel just because you feel like you want to get one of them massages you see on Instagram. If you want one of those, pay for it, get it your damn self. You know what I'm saying? I would advise that you make sure that your man is okay with it. He might not be too keen on another brother rubbing you down like that. But if you want one of those massages, listen, lubricate, massage it up, get it. You know what I'm saying? You might want to get you they got the lickable oils, but either way, lubricant could add a different sort of could take your foreplay game up to a next level. So the L in foreplay is for lubricate. The A in foreplay is for arouse, right? And you got to understand, right? Arousal really and truly starts in the brain, right? Arousal can definitely occur and happen through physical touch, right? But arousal could just be, a lady while she at work, she go in the bathroom, take that little bathroom selfie in her bra so her man can see, right? You know what I'm saying? Brother go in the bathroom, he in the stall, you know what I'm saying? Whip it out, glizzy time, send you a pic, right? Or, you know, if you got, pictures of you in some lingerie in your phone and you're gonna see your dude later on that night, uh, you send him a pictures. Or if you are a more conservative lady and you don't like to take those sort of pictures for yourself, even if you decide you wanna go on Pornhub and send your man a clip of a porn video, but it's really all about getting the mental juices flowing before the physical juices start flowing, right? So arousal is definitely something, like I said, that can start out the bedroom. It could be anything from a sexy conversation, like, listen, you could just call your dude and just be like, yo, what's up, babe? Hey, how you doing? Yo, I'm a sunk out of here to later on the night. You know what I'm saying? And then just hang up. Just bang on them. Bang. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna start some arousal. You know what I'm saying? Or, brother call you, hey, how you doing, lady? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm gonna eat you up like it's the last supper tonight. All right. Bang. You know what I'm saying? Like, get them juices flowing. So it doesn't have to always be arousal doesn't have to be arousal is usually better when it starts in the mind. It gives you the opportunity to allow your mind to wander, to have your think about some fantasies, you know what I'm saying? And you know it's all good, you know what I'm saying? So I think arousal, remember, it doesn't have to be physical. It can start in the mind. You can send somebody a sexy song, you know what I'm saying? You know, I wouldn't suggest acronym, put it in your mouth. But listen, there are some women who enjoy giving top to Rick Ross. It's true. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever gets the juices flowing, that's all it matters, you know what I'm saying? Um, and the why in foreplay, we broke down all the other letters. The Y in foreplay stands for yoni worship. For those of you, I mean, most of the people that watch this show are women. So but I don't want to assume that you guys know. Yoni is, at least to my knowledge, is a fairly new term. I just heard it last week. No, I didn't hear it. I didn't just hear of it last week, but it is a fairly new term. And yoni worship. Now, yoni worship could be through massage, right? I definitely, in doing some research, I saw some videos online of, some women getting some yoni massages. Some of it looked like they was massaging pastrami meat. Um, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Yoni massages are important. Now, through your oral stimulation, right, fellas, that's how you could be performing your yoni worship. Um, Listen, everybody's not secure, right? So sometimes you might need to get consent to get certain massages, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, getting a massage shouldn't be worth you having smoke in your relationship. So that's why I would recommend that there was some consent. Um, I would just recommend that there's some consent. You know what I'm saying, that's all. But you know, Yoni massages, allows a woman's body to be explored in a more sensual way. It gives her the opportunity to help her release multiple orgasms, which is always great. Listen, the more she has, the better she be feeling. The less she probably be getting on your nerves. She gonna be cooking a little more. You know what I'm saying? She can be less naggy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least for a day. You know what I'm saying? At least you get a day of rest. You know what I'm saying? She gonna go to work chipper. You know what I'm saying? If she go to work chipper, she's less likely to, be having lunch with Larry, her work husband. You know what I'm saying? Who trying to get in her drawers anyway. You know what I'm saying? So uh, listen, gotta make sure you get that foreplay because the work husband, you know, is waiting for an opportunity to get some foreplay with your wife. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, depending on how forward this guy is, he probably even tell her, we don't even gotta have sex. All you gotta do is just let me, eat the box. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? If your man ain't doing it, I'm here for you. I know he Caribbean and he said his mother don't eat, but I'm here for you. All right, Lisa? So I'm just saying, you know, watch out, keep your lady happy so that way, what I'm saying, them work husbands could, stay in their goddamn place. Um, but that is how you spell foreplay, right? So remember, what I'm saying, you spell foreplay through fondling, oral stimulation, reciprocation, erogenous zones, the P equation, that is passion plus pressure equal pleasure. Uh, Got to get that lubrication in there. Make sure you take care of the erogenous zones and yoni worship. There's also a tantric element to yoni massages that it's like Sherman when he was just been building up and he been whining and whining and whining and then boom, make your head pop off. You know what I'm saying. Now we are gonna get into this Ask Uptown segment. We like to close out the show with an Ask Uptown segment. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode tonight, how to spell foreplay. We're gonna get into this Ask Uptown segment right now. This is a good one. Uh, they're all good, but sometimes these joints be better than others. That's all I gotta say. Um, Next month, I don't really like telling y'all the episodes that's coming next because I feel like, you know, there are a lot of content jackers out here. But, next month, we in this March Madness and we gonna talk about some things that might make people mad. That's all I'm gonna say. Drop a little hint on y'all, but I can't really give it away because next thing you know, next week I see another brother that like to wear hats that got a beard jacking my content, and then next thing you know, I got beef with one of these podcaster dudes. You know what I'm saying? We all look alike. Though usually, I mean, nobody got they hat gaming like mine. You know what I'm saying? If you watch all my stuff, you know what I'm saying. Listen, there's nobody out here on these internet streets that what I'm saying. They hat game is up to par with mine. But but usually we look alike. It's like Yankee fitteds, beards, you know what I'm saying? Hoodies, dudes, melanated, you know. But I don't think anybody comes through with the perspective that I come through with, you know what I'm saying? So I can't give away the content, but just know next month we got some March Madness and we're going to talk about some stuff that makes people mad. That's all I'm going to say. Now we're going to get into this Dear Uptown segment. Dear Uptown, for the past few months, I've been dating this amazing guy. He's handsome, makes good money. He's been treating me like a queen and splurging on dates and weekend getaways. During one of our trips, his phone rang several times back to back, and he claimed that it was work that he had to deal with. But the call ID clearly said wifey. Um, I confronted him about it. He admitted that he is married, but is in a relationship, an unhappy relationship with his wife, and he says that she meaning the woman that he's cheating with, brings him newfound joy. Um, she says that she was very hurt by finding out these things, but she is not ready to walk away. Is she wrong for still wanting to stay with him? Hmm. First of all, who in the hell told her to be looking at his damn phone? Now let me stop. um. So is she wrong for wanting to stay with him? Well, I think Matter of fact, I'm gonna do this the way I always do this. I'm gonna start at the top and dissect this line for line. So she be dealing with this dude past few months. So let's say they 6 months, and we're gonna give him 6 months, right? He's handsome. That's cool. He makes good money. Uh, Treating her like a queen, splurging on dates and weekend getaways. They was on a trip. The phone was ringing. He said it was work, but that caller ID said wifey. You confronted him. He told you the truth. Now you're trying to figure out whether you need to stay or go. Um, I'll say this, right? Why you want to stay? Is it because of the fact that he's splurging on dates and trips, or because you actually have some real feelings for the guy? I think that's the first question I would encourage this person to ask herself. Um, then the second question I would encourage her to ask herself is, how much can you handle? Right? I think that, um, listen, you could easily go into this on your Carisha time and be like, yo, you know what? Since he splurged with the bread, you're gonna be on your Carisha and you're gonna get all the gifts and all the trips and all the fun dates, knowing that he has another situation the same way Carisha is aware that Diddy has other women, right? You could go on, you could continue this on your Carisha time. However, right? There's always that chance that old brother might be like Charles from BMF, and then come back to you and say, after he, had that good old fornication up against the wall, you know what I'm saying, and with Lucille, and then the man comes back to you and he tells you he wants to work things out with his wife. Um, which is why I started by asking you, how much do you think you can handle? Because there is always a possibility that even though things are rocky, because of the history, the fact that he actually married this woman at any given time, he could come back to you and say that he wants to work things out with his wife. But um, I'm kind of torn, right? Because I am a man who was married, and there was a portion of my life during my marriage where I was still married and I entertained other women. And then, you know, I left, right? You know what I'm saying? So homeboy might leave and then y'all could, have a happily ever after situation, right? I just think that, the smart thing to do is, what they always say, right? Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. So if you're gonna stay, that needs to be the mindset. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Or if you feel like after you ask the question of how much you can handle, and you really don't think you can handle all of the things that can potentially happen if you stay, or all of the potentially good things that could happen if you stay, right? It could really work out in your favor. You don't know. Um, but if when you ask yourself how much can you handle, and you realize that you're not built for this type of life because this is new to you, then you should probably walk away. Now, what I will tell you, right, is a great indicator to let you know, uh, give you some clarity. What's today? February 22nd? What was this motherfucker on Valentine's Day? That'll give you some clarity, right? You know what I'm saying? If he was with you on Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might be all right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he wasn't with you, that's not necessarily confirming that he was with his wife or he was doing something. But listen, there's 3 days, right? There's Valentine's Day, and then there's side chick day. The side chick day number one, the side chick day number two. Number one is the 13th, number two is the 15th. You know what I'm saying? Or however you want to interchange them, right? But the day before and the day after Valentine's Day is usually what we call side chick day. Um, now, listen, he might have not seen you any of those days, not the 13th, not the 14th, not the 15th, and may have legitimate reasons for not seeing you, and he still might have not done anything with his wife. I just think that, going into the situation, moving forward, if you decide you want to stay, you got to ask yourself how much you can handle and prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Um, and you know, if you on your Carisha time, if things don't work out, at least you got some nice stamps on your passport and some some good dates out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really got for you. That's all you could do. You know what I'm saying? Because that type of situation don't come with no manual. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's not a manual for how to deal with, a cheater. You know what I'm saying? Like some women can handle it, some women can't. The old folks used to say, uh, how you got them is how you lose them. I don't believe in none of that shit though. Because honestly, the old folks used to also tell women, if you buy a man a pair of shoes, he gonna walk up out of your life. I just think that's so women could keep their money in their damn pocket and not buy niggas nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because how come that shit only applies to women? If a woman buy a man pair of shoes, he gonna walk about it. That's the dumbest. Listen. So don't listen to nothing the old folks say in regards to. Don't talk to no old people. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to nobody that you know what I'm saying. Was born past. That was born before 77 about this. They gonna mislead you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna tell. Listen. The matter of fact, you might be confused in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you telling me this brother out here, he sold you some wolf tickets, and you're gonna be like, what? What's a wolf ticket? I still don't know what's a wolf ticket, but I know that's what old black men used to say up in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? You know. Uh, anyway, but I wish you the best, sis. I mean, listen, there is a third option. Maybe y'all could get some poly situation going on. Poly want a cracker. You know what I'm saying? There's a third option. Forgot about that. Y'all could be sister wives. You know what I'm saying? This don't have to be bad. We can listen, we could turn that frown upside down, make this a positive situation. You know what I'm saying? You got options. So there's another option for you, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe he got babies. Y'all can get together, help raise them babies. You know what I'm saying? Work this thing out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be ugly. There's things we can do to work this out. You know what I'm saying? So I hope, listen, I know you asked to remain anonymous, but, we plan on continuing this thing here called Uptown After Dark. I would love for you to send me a follow up email. Listen, you want to holler back at me, you know what I'm saying, in May, June. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how it worked out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I would love to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some lessons that we can learn and teach here for the After Dark crew. You know what I'm saying? Those are the fans of the show. That's their name, the After Dark crew. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I am your host, Uptown Brown, aka the Sexual Intellectual. Tonight's episode is called How Do You Spell Foreplay? Please share this for the people that have been watching. If you just came on, please share, like, subscribe, share all the content. All the episodes of Uptown After Dark are available on YouTube. Also, remember to check out the on Sundays at new time 1 p.m. the Uptown Radio weekly recap. I will definitely be on Sunday, you know, talking about how the hell I found out that the brat and Rihanna's pregnant in the same motherfucking week. This world is this fucking world. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, this is one of the things I'll be talking about on Sunday. So remember to look for that. That is on Instagram on the Uptown Radio page. Good evening, folks. You know what I'm saying? And have a good week. I will see y'all in the month of March for March Madness. And as I always like to end this thing, I always tell you guys, you could either live or be living. It is your choice. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of the month of February. Peace.